Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. You know I like to give David so much grief when he comes on. You know me and you know this one. Hey Amber.
Hey, I'm just over here hanging out. You guys do your thing. They were doing hair tips.
We're talking about hair.
Yeah.
Gotta look good.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, I'm not.
Please do.
I'm not.
Please
no,
do.
No,
Troy's
no.
mad
I
I
feel like
didn't
he's
go see
gonna lick
JP,
it and
our barber.
Well,
He's very
our
hard to get
in-house
into.
barber that we go and see all the time, I just don't understand why, David, you can't have a standing appointment like I do. I just don't
I
get
know. I've got to get my game face on.
Yeah.
I know.
or show those bills.
That's true too.
Slide them under the table.
it. It is what it is. Hey, we've had a great weekend, everyone, but we have a jam-packed show, so we want to get straight into it. First of all, Amber, you're going to tell us all about the wedding giveaway.
I am.
It
We have
is
a
huge.
great giveaway. All right, so does your dream wedding seem like a far-off fantasy? If so, Midday Kentucky and ABC 36 want to make your dream a reality with our ultimate Big Blue wedding giveaway. Get this, it's valued at over $30,000. Our partners, they want to provide you with everything you could possibly need for your big day. We're talking the dress, the venue, the cake, and oh so much more. It's so easy. All you have to do is go to WTVQ.com, click on that contest tab, and then submit a picture of you along with your fiance. But here's the important part. Don't forget to do this. Tell us your story and why you deserve to win. But you gotta hurry. We have until August 31st to enter, and then the voting round will begin for the top 3 finalists on October 1st. Now, Troy, you're picking the top 3, right?
Well, not just me. I want everyone to be clear on that. There are a group of people who are actually going to be doing that.
A very highly qualified
The thing
group
is
of
there
people,
are
right?
rules to enter the contest.
Oh, yeah.
So if you haven't done the rules to begin with, you're out of the running. And unfortunately, there's quite a few people on there that haven't done the rules.
I'll tell you, even during the evening news, we have people calling in and telling us their stories. We're like,
Yeah.
no, write it.
I
write
know,
it.
and this gorgeous lady phoned me the other day talking about her beautiful granddaughter. I said, darling, even if you tell me the story 30 times, I personally cannot do anything about it. As much as the story was amazing, and you know, her and her husband, she's on a 3rd trip to Afghanistan for
wow.
deployment. Like, you know, I get it, but I have to be
Yeah, write it down.
yeah.
She knows.
It's all in the story, people.
It's like how you get your standing appointment. She knows. Keep pushing in there.
And call
Eventually,
TT.
she may
TT's
win.
going to make a call. Alrighty, now, new research suggests that women are having more of a difficult time finding Mr. Right. Now, researchers think this is because women who are career-focused are struggling to meet men with a similar level of education and financial income, and refusing to marry down. The US academic study specifically states unmarried women on average are looking for a man who has an income that is about 66% higher and a likelihood of having a college degree that is about 49% higher than what is available. Experts say both sexes are to blame and both should be satisfied with ordinary partners and let go of a fantasy idea. And what makes marriage work is not usually finances, but rather friendship and kindness. I just want to say this right now. All right? I know most marriages fight about darn money. I almost said something else there. So I believe in half of this study, but I'm handing it over.
Oh, and I like how you both
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah.
Well, you're a single
Yeah.
woman.
Tell us about this.
You're a single woman.
What do you look for in a man?
Oh, now that you're married, you
Listen.
get to be the
Well, they've been
expert.
together 10 years.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
true.
earns more than him anyway.
That's
true.
true.
And we know David's going to give up work soon.
Well, I hear
Hashtag
he did not.
Soccer
Suck a dad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying.
So what are your thoughts on that study?
Okay, I don't think that there's a huge problem in finding somebody who has an education. I've never faced that. I'm not going out looking for people and be like, what is your income? Excuse me, where did you go to school? What degree do you have?
Let's be honest though, Amber. I'm going to say that you will bring that conversation up 2nd or 3rd date.
How much money they make?
Well, not so much money, but you will make a judgment. And this is women in general, I'm not saying you. And so do guys, let me also
Right.
say. I don't want to put this just on the women. But you will, at some point within the first 3 dates, where they go to school, what type of job do they have, which will then calculate roughly in your head what someone earns.
What?
Some of us are not as conniving.
That's not true.
I don't know, yeah.
Take the hat off and let's be real.
I think people are looking
Yeah.
at these things because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
thinking long term, and I do think a lot of men have a problem with dating a woman that makes more money than them.
Not my friends.
Well,
My,
Yeah,
girl,
I've
my
never
buddies
seen
back
that.
home in Australia, they're like, their wives have serious jobs.
Yeah.
They're like, she earns more than me, why do I need to work? And it's true.
Well, let's back up to, obviously you do always talk about where somebody went to school, what they do, all of that kind of stuff. But I think the study is not saying that that's what women are looking for, that seems to be lacking.
No, what the study's saying is that women will give up on marriage. They no longer want to marry below them. That's the way the study was saying. The study also says that that is the wrong thing to do.
Well,
Right.
yeah, because
we-
you should have an ordinary. What's
that
ordinary?
ordinary, yeah, that gets kind of
That's scary.
Yeah,
Because
Don't
that I
settle.
think settling.
Right, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Well, something else in the study, and you didn't touch on it, but if you look into it, it talks about how men anymore do not want to marry above them so that the results would
I
be
agree.
skewed.
Yeah.
So, but that's what you were saying, your friends do it, but they still want to keep with that old time
Yeah.
that, you know, their woman has less money than them, doesn't
Listen.
have a high profile job.
I'll be the first one to say, I'll be honest and say the partners I've had in my life have always earned less than me. And I've been okay with that.
But you have
Do you know
things
what I
to
mean?
talk about. I
Yeah.
think it comes more to compatibility, and that's what it talks
The
about.
friendship.
Kindness, compassion, all that is what makes a marriage. Often, where you went to school, your level of education directly correlates with how well you get along with somebody. You have more in common.
But yeah, okay, here's something else. If you're a career gal or guy, okay, I want to throw the guy thing, as a career, like, you know, got several degrees, maybe an accountant, maybe high up in a company or something, would you consider dating someone who has just a normal sales job?
I know a lot of
No,
couples that do
likewise.
that.
So, and would a sales gal or guy be interested in dating someone like you think about those things? I know you. I know people do. I'm just being completely real.
Do you think that dating apps, like online dating,
Yep.
any of that kind of stuff, you see that almost immediately right off the bat before you meet these people? Do
Right.
you
Yep.
think that has played a part in this
Totally.
as well?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
separated where you used to might go in and meet somebody at a bar.
On a blind date or at
Yeah.
a bar.
And it's like you didn't really know what you were getting into.
No.
Now it's like, well, are we going to match up?
Yeah.
Are we compatible?
And you can Google once
Yep.
you have all that information.
And that's the
then you can
hardest
find
thing
everything
for
out.
people like us who are on TV. They know more about us before we know anything about them.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean? And I
you're
always feel
telling
like
the
we're on the
truth on your
back.
profile.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm on the back foot and I'm sort of running to catch up.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and
Oh, yeah.
it's tough. And I don't think I'd have a problem dating someone who earns more than me. I don't think I really want to go through that whole, well, I want to give up my career and start studying again. I'll be like, what?
And it talks about marriage over dating. I
Yeah.
think just marriage ideas in general have changed. People aren't getting married like they used
Yeah,
to.
they're waiting
and
a lot longer.
Dating has changed.
All right, let's get on to the next topic. So you want the job and you've already sent out your resume, everyone. But how can you guarantee you've had a good interview? That's a hard question to answer, but there are ways to make sure you make a good impression. And I thought this was really important, David, considering we're at the end of summer. Okay, almost at the end of summer, and people are going out looking for a job. So we brought up some tips that I thought was interesting.
So first of all, don't pretend that you don't have any flaws.
Oh.
Be real. You know, let them know, but
That
nothing
you have a
too
twitch?
crazy. No, but you might say that. You know,
I have this rash right now.
don't say that in an
See,
interview.
this is the thing.
But you do want to listen. If you have OCD and you're like, I'm a perfectionist,
Yeah.
that, you might look at that as a flaw, and somebody else might be like, that's exactly
Can
what
I
I
say,
want.
in my interview here over the phone, they said to me, what type of employee are you? Are you one that likes to be managed or do your own thing? Well, we all know I do my own thing.
Yes.
And I have my whole life. So, and I was honest, I said, listen, I'll be in before you arrive and I'll be here when after you leave. But I do my thing. I don't like to be checked up
But
on.
that's not a flaw. I feel like that's a humble
No, but
brag.
I was, well,
No, but like just like saying that you have OCD, it's a good. You're telling them, well, this may look bad, but I'm a perfectionist. And
but do
they're
you
like,
think that's a humble brag? That's interesting you said it.
I don't
Bring
think
up
it's
the
a
next
humble
one.
brag.
Bring up the
It's
next one.
odd.
So not bothering to check out the website. Listen, if you're going to go in, make
And
sure you
you'll-
know
Yes.
about the company. Don't go in educated.
Yep, number 3.
Having your own personal happy hour. So this comes back to a guy was doing a video interview, and while during the interview, he took a drink of a beer
Oh, yeah.
during his interview. Don't do that. Okay?
Took a drink of his beer.
They didn't meet at
What sort of
Applebee's.
interview was that?
You're
you
just sharing, virtual drinks. Happy
He's like,
hour.
Okay, this is super important. Amber?
Not asking questions. This goes back to your research. If you don't have questions at the end of your interview,
Yeah.
hello, that would be a bad sign to me. If somebody's just sitting
Yeah.
there like a dead fish, don't they want to know where they're going to work?
Someone said to me once in an interview in Salt Lake City when I first started, he said, "You ask a lot of questions." I'm like, "Well, you're signing me for 3 years.
Well, and
you're
Right.
taking my life."
You're in a
Yep.
reporter kind of position.
Yeah.
You're just naturally
I want to
curious that
ask.
way.
You interview people.
Yeah, but I also, you know what used to annoy me when I had all my staff, is that back home in Australia, they wouldn't do these things. They wouldn't check the website. They didn't know, and not that I know it sounds pretentious, but I'm about to say, they didn't know who I was. They didn't know anything about the
Right.
transition of my team. I feel that's super important because
Yes.
we were the most expensive salon to be in. So you needed to do your research before you got in there.
Well, I mean, we just talked about how you're researching your dates. Aren't you going to research your future so you can make that statistic?
You would think.
Okay, David, what's the last one?
So being rude to the receptionist, listen, that might be the gatekeeper for everything. So as soon as you get to the job site, whether you're out in the parking lot, make sure you're looking professional and acting professional.
Yeah.
Be kind.
I know when I first came to see you, David, at your store, we had matching shoes, and that was one of the first things that you said to me, and I went, he knows the way to
Listen,
make me happy.
It's all about impressions, people.
Did you have somebody like go in his closet beforehand and you're like, oh, how weird. We have the same taste.
Honestly, that's what made
That's
me. I was
creepy.
like, no, okay, Amber. What I did was I said, this man has good taste. I trust him.
Good.
Boom.
All right. Tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. In 2014, she was stuck in a career rut, but now she makes over $100,000 a month thanks to Instagram. If you want to start making money from Instagram and other social media sites, she gave us a few tips that helped her turn it into a total career. There's a lot of conversation that we've all had on this couch about Instagram and Twitter and social media, a good or a bad thing. I have friends in Australia that make a lot of money out
yeah?
of Instagram.
The list just came out of the top 10, I think, celebrities that
Oh,
make
it
the
did?
highest income. Kylie Jenner topped that list. She makes $1 million per post.
Per post.
Per post.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I
What are
think-
you doing?
I think the big thing is people focus on Instagram. They think you have to have a lot of followers to do that. You don't. You need to make time for it. You need to make
Yeah.
sure you're looking at it like a job.
It's a full-time
It's a
job for
full-time
these
job.
people.
All right,
is.
Amber, take us away. What's the first one?
All right, the first one is you're going to have to dedicate time to edit, model, and take all those pictures and videos that are well made. You can't just have your little selfie out there anymore. It has to be a big one.
Okay.
Yeah, and make sure you're reaching out to sponsored posts. You know, let brands know that you can actually gain attraction for them, and make sure you're staying within, you know, your whole genre. if
And
you
also,
will.
as I say, and negotiations with you, it's all about interaction, not number of viewers.
Right.
This was really important, David. Also, YouTube advertising, if you decide to go this route, allow YouTube to run ads. The longer your ad runs, the more views, the more subscriptions, and the higher your paycheck,
That's where
Amber.
it counts.
It's a lot of work. Private consultations. If you're good at both editing video and pictures, offer those services to those
Yeah.
businesses,
Yeah.
and then you can barter.
Look, and I just want to say one thing. The younger people seem really cool at this. Okay? I don't think I'm that cool
No.
at doing all my
It
pictures.
gives me anxiety.
I have to be honest with you, on the weekend. Now, we all know Katie Solove, who used to be
She's
on the show.
fantastic at
She's
it.
brilliant
Yeah,
at
she's
Instagram.
fantastic at it.
She's like, she came here. I can't remember. I think she had about she's up to over 12,000
Oh, yeah, no,
followers in
she's-
less than
Oh,
a
she
year.
goes.
And she knows exactly
Like
how
this.
to do it.
So
I love her
I said,
pictures.
I'm going to be honest. I said to her this morning. I said I took my phone on the weekend, and I was walking around trying to work out what picture should I take.
Yeah.
I spent hours, people, and did not one photo.
Well, a lot of these people have professional photographers.
Right.
That's what Katie told me. They
Oh, I
have
can't
somebody
do
who
it.
travels
I
around with
can't
them.
do it.
If either one of you all want to be my photographer, I'm fine with that.
What
Okay.
makes you
Yeah, but
think-
you do some fun stuff. I feel I do some fun stuff. I don't think I'm cool though.
Oh, you're both.
I'm
hip.
not cool.
All
Or
right.
I'm
hip.
not cool.
You're both hip.
Says
Hey,
David
everyone.
Goldman.
Huh? What?
He said we're hip.
Tell us what you think and what your tips and tricks are on becoming an Instagram star.